something I raised with you in the past, and just to support that work. Just question 88 is asking the Minister for Health to request the management of the HSE to utilise the existing hospital building at St Vincent's Mountmellick when the new wing opens, which would increase the bed capacity in the facility, and to make a statement on it. It's very important that we increase the capacity at the hospital, Minister.
Thanks very much, Deputy Stanley. St Vincent's Community Nursing Unit, Mountmellick, County Laois, is a public nursing home that currently provides 56 long-stay beds and 1 short-stay bed. Phase 1 of the current capital project at St Vincent consists of a new 2-storey development containing 50 single ensuite rooms adjacent and linked to the existing facility. The project expected to be constructed. The project expected to be with construction complete in the next few weeks. It is currently expected that St Vincent's will be open in Q1 of next year, 2026, following the transfer of residents, the reviewing of staff rosters and the application to vary the registration with HIQA. When complete, St Vincent's will be registered for 58 beds consisting of 57 long-stay beds and 1 short-stay bed. The 8-bed dementia unit in the existing building will continue to operate. The HSE have advised that they are reviewing plans in respect to the future use of the existing facility. However, the main kitchen, canteen, laundry and storerooms will continue to be accessed by staff. The church will also continue to be accessed by the residents and staff as required, and daycare will remain operational in its current location. The scale and scope of future additional phasing of the capital works at St Vincent's is currently being reviewed by the HSE, and once completed, the specific scope of phase 2 of the capital project will be determined. Specifically on the matter you raise, on the HSE, as I said, the HSE are currently reviewing plans in respect to the future use of the existing facility. More particularly, the HSE are currently in the initiation phase of the project planning for the utilisation of the existing building, necessitate a complete refurbishment, taking account of demands for additional rehab, long and short-stay beds in the CNU, and any development in the old St Vincent's building will be subject to capital and revenue funding approval.
Is that you have 58 beds there at the moment. The important thing is that when the new wing is open, which I very much welcome, it's a €31 million investment, very, very welcome, which we've been long waiting for. The important thing is that we increase that bed capacity of 58 beds. The reality is that 25 of the existing beds is in a ward that was refurbished in recent years at huge expense. Double glazed windows, completely refitted out, ensuite rooms, as you mentioned. It would be criminal. Now, I don't mean literally meaning that, but you know what I mean. It would be outrageous were those 25 beds to be taken out of use. There's capacity here to get the hospital up to 83. There's brilliant staff there, very well-run facility there. As I said, they're totally refurbished rooms. There's 25 of those beds can continue. There's a shortage of nursing home beds in the county. You know the situation, Minister, that you dealt with personally regarding the residency, and you work on that, thanks for that, and the private ones. We've also lost Ballard Lodge, which is a private nursing home that closed down, which was a good facility. So we need extra capacity in the county, and I would plead with you and the Senior Minister here as well, and Minister Karen McNeill and Minister Murnane to do everything you can to try and ensure that we up the capacity to 83.
Count Corla, I want to thank both Deputy Stanley and Deputy Aird for raising this matter. As I said earlier, the HSE are currently reviewing their in respect of phase 2, and more particularly in respect of use of the existing building. In terms of just pure logistics, the person in charge is in contact with HIQA, and there was a request for a preliminary visit of the applicant to vary the registration may submit as in respect to the new building, and specifically in respect of the existing building. As I said, the 8 dementia units will continue to operate in the existing building, and the HSE advised they are currently reviewing plans in respect to the future use of the existing building, and more particularly on that, the HSE are currently in the initiation phase of project planning for the utilisation of the existing building to destinate complete refurbishments. I take the points you both make on board about the Deputy Standard 25 and obviously the increased capacity of Deputy Aird. Taking place of the demand for additional rehab, long-stay and short-stay beds in the CU in developments in the old St Vincent's building will be subject to capital and revenue funding approval. But both the points you make I very much take on board, and I commit to working on what you've raised. Thank you.
So the first thing I want to say to you, Minister, in reply is 31 million is the cost that I've been given for the 50-bed unit that's being developed there. What I want to know as well is that in response to a previous parliamentary question, Minister told me that, and I quote, the scale and scope of phasing of these works is currently being reviewed with service colleagues. Once completed, the specific scope of phase 2, which is the next wing of 50, will be determined, unquote. So that's a change of position from the original plan of 3 phases. What's important now, I'm trying to be practical about this, I know money can't be pulled out of the sky, but we have 25 beds there out of the existing 50. That first thing is to keep them there. The second thing, and you're right, is to move on the next phase, phase 2 of it, for the second 50 beds, because there's a growing population, there's a growing elderly population, and it's, I don't need to tell you the demand is there for it. I certainly have a lot of families coming to me about it. I wasn't aware, Count Corley, you come in on the back of a written question at oral question time. I wasn't aware of that.
Can you?
Yeah, thank you.
Minister?
It's a new procedure in the Dáil. Maybe standing orders is being changed, and you might advise me afterwards.
Minister.
Good to see such strong cross-party representation in the constituency of Laois. Okay, and I'm glad. On the particular matter, Deputy Stanley, you raised, and obviously 2 aspects. Obviously, they're currently reviewing the scope of additional works under phase 2, but more particularly the point you both raised in respect of the existing building. I already followed up pre our debate here with the HSE yesterday. So I got that update specifically which I was looking for, which is that they're currently looking at the use of the existing building. They're looking in the context of the refurbishment. You make reference to 25, which I will bring up with them, the existing 25 beds, and the need for additional rehab, long stay and start stay beds. And so the first step is that the HSE complete their work in that area, and then obviously we then need to look at funding. But I'll be following up with the HSE in that particular matter. Thank you.